Warm greetings to all those who have triumphed through tough times. Whenever I think about willpower, one question always comes to mind. If willpower truly exists, where does it come from in the brain? We know that certain parts of the brain are responsible for specific tasks, like how the visual center processes what our eyes see. So, could there also be a specific part of the brain that controls willpower? Yes, there is. It's called the prefrontal cortex, or PFC for short. This area is located right behind our forehead and eyes. It's the part of the brain that truly makes us human. The PFC helps us think deeply, solve problems, use language, and make complex decisions. According to renowned Stanford neurobiologist Robert Sapolsky, the main job of the PFC is to guide us toward doing things that might be boring, difficult, or even uncomfortable, but are still very important. It's the PFC that helps us decide, should I eat a chocolate bar or go for a healthy salad? Should I stay up late watching videos or sleep early for a fresh start tomorrow? These decisions come down to how well the three regions of the prefrontal cortex are working together. In short, your willpower lives right behind your forehead. The three powers of willpower psychologist Kelly McGonigal, in her book The Willpower Instinct, explains that willpower isn't just one thing. It actually has three parts, and all three come from different areas of the prefrontal cortex, PFC, the brain's control center. I will power. This is located on the left side of the PFC. It helps us take action and choose what's right, even if it's tough or not the most exciting option. It's the voice that says, I'll study instead of scrolling on my phone. I won't power. This lives on the right side of the PFC. It helps us say no to temptations and wrong choices. It's what keeps us from eating that extra slice of cake or skipping the gym. I want power. This part is deeper inside the PFC. It keeps our long-term goals in mind. It reminds us why we're saying yes to good habits and no to bad ones. It might whisper, you want to be fit, focused, and successful. Stay on track. Kelly McGonigal points out something powerful. Animals don't have these three powers. Only humans do. That gives us the ability to grow, change, and aim for bigger things. Interestingly, scientists have found through brain scans that the PFC is the last part of the brain to fully mature, around the age of 25. That's why we often make more impulsive decisions in our teens and early 20s, like partying in college instead of planning ahead. But here's the fascinating part. Between the ages of 21 and 30, the return on effort is the highest. In simple terms, the hard work you do in this age range can pay off more than at any other time in life. So if you're building good habits now, your future self will thank you in ways you can't even imagine yet. Can willpower be strengthened? So here's the big question. Are these three parts of willpower something we're just born with? Or can we build and strengthen them over time? To answer that, let's talk about something called the London cabbie syndrome. In London, driving a black taxi isn't like driving anywhere else. Before getting a license, taxi drivers have to pass an extremely tough test called the knowledge. It takes 2 to 4 years of full-time study to prepare for it. Why? Because drivers must memorize over 25,000 streets in London without using GPS. They have to know every twist, turn, and shortcut across the city by heart. Now, here's the amazing part. When scientists scanned the brains of drivers before and after they passed the test, they found something incredible. The drivers' brains actually changed. Specifically, the part of the brain responsible for spatial memory and direction, called the hippocampus, developed more gray matter. This means their brains physically grew stronger in the area they trained through hard mental effort. This shows us something very powerful. Just like muscles grow when you work them out, your brain can grow and adapt too. So yes, your willpower can increase. The more you challenge your brain, stay focused, and push yourself through difficult tasks, the stronger those I will, I won't, and I want powers can become. How to strengthen your prefrontal cortex. Now you might wonder, what practices actually make the biggest difference for the prefrontal cortex and our willpower? A Stanford study found something remarkable. Just 3 hours of meditation, not all at once but spread out over time, was enough to create noticeable changes in people's ability to control their impulses. Even more amazing, a study published by Dr. Yiyuan Tong in the National Academy of Sciences showed that just 11 total hours of meditation can physically change the structure and wiring of the prefrontal cortex, boosting the parts responsible for self-control. Here's why. When we meditate, blood flow to the prefrontal cortex increases. When we step back from our racing thoughts and simply observe them, the brain's connections grow stronger in this area. How to start? Just 10 to 15 minutes a day. Sit quietly, focus on your breathing, and simply notice when thoughts arise. You don't need to stop thinking, just recognize, I am not my thoughts. I am simply noticing them. The second method, problem solving. Another powerful way to strengthen your prefrontal cortex is through problem solving. Think about it. What's the hardest job for a successful leader or entrepreneur? It's not just running the daily tasks, it's stepping back to create a long-term vision. Everyday leaders have to solve problems, put out fires, and make countless decisions. But the most important and most exhausting part is staying clear-headed enough to think big, plan ahead, and prioritize wisely. Without that clear focus, it's easy to get stuck in the busyness of the day, forgetting the bigger purpose behind it all. That's why building the habit of solving problems strategically and calmly every day strengthens your mind just like meditation does. How to use your willpower practically. The best and most practical way to use your willpower is simple. Tackle your most important and difficult tasks first thing in the morning. Why? Because early in the day, your willpower is at its strongest and your brain is fresh, ready to solve tough problems. Those tasks that seem boring, heavy, or hard, do them first before your energy gets drained. Beware of online shopping syndrome. Now let's talk about something we all face, the online shopping trap. If you've ever shopped for a long time, you've felt it. Tiredness and even hunger creeping in. But it's not physical exhaustion. It's mental exhaustion. Shopping forces your brain to make hundreds of tiny decisions. This one's cheaper, but this one's better quality. Can I afford this? Should I wait? Even online shopping does the same thing. It drains your mental energy fast. Tip: avoid shopping websites and apps in the morning. Save low-stakes decisions like what to eat, what to wear, for later in the day. For example, I personally don't even like deciding my breakfast in the morning. I keep it simple and ready. In 2011, a study in Germany found something surprising. People with the strongest willpower actually use it the least in daily life. How? They avoid situations where their willpower would be tested. For example, someone who's dieting won't hang out at a pizza place. Knowing the temptation will be too strong, they use their reasoning power to design their environment wisely, not their brute willpower to fight temptations all the time. Another study at Cornell University revealed that people think they make about 14 food-related decisions a day. In reality, we make 27, and we're unaware of 95% of them. So remember, you already know where your weaknesses are. Plan ahead. Don't rely on willpower. Outsmart the challenges. Let's end with a powerful bonus from psychologist Walter Mischel, the man behind the famous marshmallow test. He explained that our brain has two systems: the cool system, calm, rational, patient; the hot system, emotional, impulsive, always craving instant rewards. The hot system isn't bad, it's just impatient. The trick is not to fight it directly. If your hot system says, let's binge watch Sacred Games today, don't argue with it harshly. No, 8 episodes will take too long. Instead, delay it gently. Sure, but we'll start in half an hour. Keep postponing. Delaying the urge keeps emotions calm and makes it much easier to stay in control. Friends, if you found this video helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more real, practical stories.